Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Abay on Cars, episode 6. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing some news from Audi, Lexus, Porsche, and Apple. I usually I don't do tech news on this podcast, but we got some car news from Apple, of course, because many of you probably have heard that Apple wants to make their own car. So let's begin. So let's start off first with Audi. And Audi e-tron GT buyers will get 3 years of free DC fast charging. Now, if you didn't know that Audi e-tron GT can charge up to 270 kilowatts, which is quite a lot. Not many electric cars are able to charge it that fast. The Of course its brother Porsche Taycan can, but not any others. Only the Audi and the Porsche can charge this fast. So that's quite cool. And Audi is offering 3 years of free DC fast charging. So you can charge your e-tron GT up to 270 kilowatts for free for 3 years, which is quite cool because it makes living with an electric car easier. So by doing this, Audi wants to attract more buyers who are looking for the e-tron GT or the Porsche Taycan, because the Porsche Taycan offers the same as well. So as I said, Audi will get 3 years of free DC fast charging through VW's Electricity America, which is, I guess, their charging network. If you can find the right station, you can charge your Lexus Sport car from 5% to 8% in 22 minutes at no cost. That's how fast the e-tron GT charges. And obviously the problem is finding a charger like this is not going to be easy because there are not much charges like you can get like this today. Tesla obviously has an advantage of having electric charging network, but you won't be able to find much fast chargers that can charge up to 270 kilowatts around the world. So even though Audi is giving this opportunity, I don't think you'll be able really to use it. And the Audi e-tron GT tops out at 238 miles of range. So that could be a problem because means you're gonna have to charge the car frequently compared to like a Tesla, which if it goes further, obviously you will have to charge it less frequently. So that's why Audi is offering this, I guess, to make your charging faster at no cost, to make life with an electric car easier. Still, as I said, the problem is currently... Anyway, let's talk about something else from Audi, and that Audi Sport confirms its range will be fully electrified by 2030. Now, Audi has said this a lot. They have said a lot of times that they're gonna make their range electric by 2030, and that's because the UK is banning petrol by 2030. So you won't be able to buy any petrol diesel cars after 2030. That's why Audi is already starting to get electrified for the whole range. And we got the new Q4 e-tron, we got the e-tron GT, we got the e-tron already, and all the cars are starting to move to electric. We heard the rumors of the Audi A6 e-tron. So yeah, Audi is slowly starting to bring out all of their future electric cars, replacing them with the old combustion engine cars. Which is, I guess it could be a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, I'm really gonna miss internal combustion engine cars. But I must say, the Audi e-tron GT is a really cool electric car. It looks so good and futuristic. The interior quality looks good. It's just that still, I'm gonna miss those engine sounds that you get from a V8 or a V10. The Audi R8, that's gonna be now disappearing. And Audi's gonna replace it with probably an electric version of the R8. Yeah, I mean, Audi already rolled out some models, and obviously more are to come. It's just the only hope that we can have is, I guess, e-fuel. If e-fuel will replace electric cars, maybe in the future we're not going to be driving electric. Maybe I'll be driving an e-fuel, who knows. We're just going to have to wait and see. Anyway, and speaking of electric cars, Apple's looking for a perfect partner to build a car And we heard this as well. I heard rumors about Apple teaming up with Hyundai to build an electric car. I heard rumors of Apple teaming up with Toyota to build an electric car. I guess they still can't find a perfect partner to build it, because Apple says that it recently Apple decided it wants to make cars. So I guess Apple wants to make cars, and they're taking this seriously. So can we have an Apple car coming? Yes, I think an Apple car will come sometime. Um, just I don't think I think it'll come later than sooner. And we got some concept images. I mean, imagine driving in a big magic mouse. This is what it looks like, a magic mouse on wheels. Obviously, I hope it's not gonna look like this because I can't imagine driving in one of these. But who knows what Apple will make. Apple's deadline apparently was to make a car by 2024. But it looks like the deadline is going to be missed because Apple still cannot find a partner to build their electric car. And obviously they can't do it on themselves. Apple never made a car, so they need a partner to guide them to make a car. So that, as I guess, they can also battle Tesla. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what Apple will do. Anyway, let's talk about the new Lexus UX, something I want to talk about quite a lot because the new Lexus UX NX, not UX, NX, the second generation of the NX has been released, and I gotta say, it actually looks pretty damn good. I like the new front look. The previous generation, the first generation of the NX, had separate headlights, so the daytime running lights will be separate from the main headlight unit, which I wasn't really a fan of that look. The new NX now has one headlight unit where the daytime running lights is inside the main headlight unit, so that's a way better look. Then we got a more aggressive grille, and this is the F Sport package, so we got an aggressive front bumper. This is the rear end. A lot of this comes from the Lexus UX. The Lexus UX, the design language. Instead of the badge, we now get a Lexus lettering instead of the Lexus badge. NX 450h, all-wheel drive. The light bar. Yeah, this car looks way better than the first generation. And this is the new interior. The new interior has been improved, and the major improvements come to the infotainment system, because the infotainment system in the NX and all the Lexus models has been aging. Many people were complaining about that it was really hard to use. So Lexus updated with a touchscreen finally. They could have did this earlier, but they decided to do it later. So yeah, we got a new touchscreen infotainment system, which looks bigger. You can get an 8-inch screen, or you can upgrade to a 14-inch screen, which is quite big. And I think this is what this is. We get physical climate control knobs, but digital. So it's partly digital, partly analog. Then we get the Lexus digital / analog cluster. And yeah, I gotta say, this interior looks really nice. Of course, you get Lexus quality, you get Lexus reliability, Lexus comfort. Yeah, it's a nice car, the new generation. It says that Lexus will add 20 vehicles to its lineup by 2025. Very interesting. It will be hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and fully battery-powered electric vehicles. And Lexus wants to be carbon neutral by 2050. Anyway, back to the NX. So there will be a petrol-powered NX 250 and NX 350 like the first gen, except it was, I think, called the NX 200 and NX 300. Now they added the 50. And there will be the hybrids. 239 horsepower NX 350h, the H stands for hybrid. And they'll be building an all-wheel drive NX 450h plus plug-in hybrid electric vehicle that's good for 300 horsepower and a 6-second 0 to 60 miles an hour sprint. And this is the NX 450h, as we can see here. Yeah, interesting. And I was wrong about the touchscreen. It is 9.8 inches or 10 inches, then 8 inches. And you'll be able to get a 14-inch touchscreen as an option. Yeah, this is the new NX for Lexus NX. I think this is a way better looking car than the first generation, and the infotainment system has been improved, way more modern, touchscreen, something people have been waiting for. Instead of the mouse pad not that you had to use, I don't remember what it was called, but anyway, Lexus moved it to a touchscreen now, much better. So far from what I've heard from people using it, it's way better. Yeah, huge thumbs up to the Lexus NX. And final up for today, the new Porsche 911 GT3 Touring package has been unveiled. We have all been waiting for this because there'll be a lot of rumors going on that Porsche will make a Touring, and this is it. We get some pictures here, and this is exactly the same at Porsche 911 GT3, just without the rear wing. And this is a good car if you don't want to have a wing at the back, if you want to be a bit more discreet. It has a new engine cover. This is the interior, and it's exactly the same as the GT3, but I'm guessing it will only have a manual gearbox. You cannot get an automatic with a touring package, like it was the last generation of the GT3 Touring 991.2. You can only get a manual with and I'm guessing the same one applies to the new GT3 Touring. You can only get a manual, not auto. I think the GT3 in general, the new 992 GT3 looks pretty good. And this is an option if you want to be a bit more discreet, if you don't want to have a rear wing at the back, this is your option. And except for the rear wing, that's it. No other differences. That's the only difference. You get no rear wing and only manual gearbox available. But if you ask me, would I rather have a GT3 Touring or a GT3? That's a hard choice, because if I would want to buy a GT3, I like the GT3 with its swan neck wing. But the GT3 Touring is just a bit more discreet. I also sometimes like when cars are more discreet because I don't really like showy cars. It's a hard option. If you ask me, would I rather buy this or a 911 GT3? It's a hard option. The GT3 Touring is a car enthusiast's car because you get a manual gearbox, you get the 911, of course, probably the best sports car ever made. But the GT3, the normal, I just like the wing, and it kind of makes it look cooler. I don't know. It's a hard choice for me. It's a really hard choice for me. But yeah, guys, those have been the news for today. Let me know in the comments what you think of the picks that I picked out today. Audi moving to electric power in 2030. I'm not sure about that. I believe that it will happen unless e-fuel will save us. And also Audi offering DC fast charging for free for 3 years. That's nice. But because there are not much of these chargers around, I'm not sure if customers are going to be able to take opportunity to use that feature. Apple looking for a partner to build an electric car. I don't know. I don't think Apple should make a car, to be honest. They are a company that does tech such as MacBooks, iPhones, iPads, iMacs, all the brilliant tech they do, but suddenly they want to make a car. I think it's just not right. I understand they want to challenge Tesla and stuff. They want to try to make a car of their own, but for them, a company that makes devices and not cars, I don't know. I don't think they should. The new Porsche 911 GT3 Touring, as I said, it's a nice looking car as usual. Not sure which one would I rather have. The new Lexus NX, it's a nice crossover, definitely. I like the new Lexus NX. So much better looking than the first generation, and the new infotainment system looks so much better, more modern and touchscreen finally. And it's a crossover that I wouldn't mind to own. And you get Lexus comfort, Lexus quality, and Lexus reliability. So this car might last you for a long time. But anyway, that's been the podcast for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.